You wake up every morning with a sense of urgency in your chest. Your to-do list is long, your notifications are waiting, and your coffee barely touches your lips before you're already chasing the next thing. They told you this was how you get ahead. Grind harder, move faster, push through. And for a while, maybe it worked. You got things done, you hit goals, you stayed busy, but somewhere along the way, you stopped feeling connected to what you were doing. Even your wins feel hollow. You keep moving, but it's like your soul is standing still. The world glorifies hustle, it wraps it in gold and calls it ambition. But what if constant hustle isn't what makes you stronger, it's what's making you tired? What if healing, clarity, and even success start not with doing more, but with choosing better, with something quieter, more intentional, and infinitely more powerful? That's where setting intentions comes in. And no, I'm not talking about vague wishes or vision boards with sunsets and yachts. I mean real, grounded, daily intention, the kind that connects your actions to your values, the kind that asks, what do I actually want from this day, this moment, this choice? Before we go deeper, I want to pause for a second. If this already resonates, if you've been feeling overwhelmed, disconnected, or just done with chasing life instead of living it, consider liking this video, subscribing, or dropping a comment below. It helps this channel grow, and it tells the algorithm to show this to more people like you, people who want real growth, not just noise. Now let's talk about what happens when you live without intention. When you don't ask why you're doing something, you default to doing what everyone else is doing. You say yes because you feel guilty. You stay busy because you're afraid of slowing down. You chase goals you don't even care about, just because they look shiny on someone else's timeline. That's not purpose. That's autopilot. And autopilot can take you far, but only in the wrong direction. Setting intentions, on the other hand, brings you back to yourself, back to your why. It's not about being perfect or productive, it's about being present. Psychologist Dr. Tara Brach describes intention as the seed that guides the direction of our attention. When you start your day with an intention, you're no longer just reacting, you're choosing. And that simple shift can heal so much more than you realize. Intentional living interrupts the cycle of burnout. It gives you permission to stop and ask, is this actually helping me grow? Or am I just busy? It gives meaning to your effort. So you're not just working hard, you're working aligned. Dr. Kristin Neff, a leading researcher on self-compassion, says, when we live with intention, we create space to treat ourselves kindly, even when we fall short. That space, the room to breathe, to check in, to realign, is where healing begins. Because healing isn't loud. It doesn't demand applause. It happens in the quiet choices. The decision to take a walk instead of another scroll. To journal instead of suppress. To say no, even when it's uncomfortable. To rest, not because you earned it, but because you're worthy of it. Let me tell you a story. A friend of mine spent years building a business from the ground up. She hustled, sacrificed sleep, missed birthdays, and ignored every sign her body gave her. She hit 6 figures, then 7, and she was miserable, anxious, detached. She'd built a life that looked good but didn't feel good. Until one day she sat down and asked, why am I doing any of this? That single question, her first real intention, changed everything. She didn't quit or walk away. She simply started choosing differently. And for the first time in years, she felt peace. That's the power of intention. It's not about abandoning ambition. It's about aligning it, making sure that what you're building is actually something you want to live in. Neuroscience backs this up too. Studies on mindfulness and intention setting show that when we act with purpose, we activate the brain's prefrontal cortex, our center for focus, decision-making, and emotional regulation. That means more clarity, better choices, and less reactivity. And perhaps even more powerfully, intention activates your inner compass. It reconnects you with what truly matters. You stop living on borrowed timelines and start creating your own. Because healing isn't just about fixing what's broken, it's about remembering what's true. That you're not a machine, that your worth isn't measured in output, that you're allowed to go slow, to change directions, to pause. Hustle might get you validation, but intention gives you liberation. It lets you reclaim your energy, your time, your presence. It helps you live your life, not just survive it. So what does setting an intention actually look like? It's simpler than you think. Before you check your phone in the morning, ask yourself, what do I want to feel today? Calm, confident, connected? Then let your actions reflect that. Maybe that means taking a breath before you reply to that email. Maybe it means saying no to a meeting that drains you. Maybe it means putting your phone down during dinner. None of it is glamorous, but all of it is healing, because the most powerful changes rarely look dramatic. They look like presence, like grace, like choosing yourself over and over again. Philosopher Epictetus once said, "First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do." That's intention. It's not about forcing life to go your way. It's about showing up with clarity, even when life doesn't. And when you live like that, when your actions and your values finally match, something incredible happens. You stop chasing worth. You start embodying it. You become someone who doesn't just move through the world, but moves with meaning. So if you've been tired, lost, or just stretched too thin, maybe you don't need another hustle strategy. Maybe you just need a moment to breathe, to come back to yourself, to ask gently, what matters to me today, and then live like you mean it. If this resonated with you, take a moment and share one quiet intention you want to carry into tomorrow. I read every comment, and I'd love to know what's on your heart. And if you haven't yet, feel free to like and subscribe, because this space isn't about perfection. It's about growth that feels real, growth that starts small and stays honest. Until next time, be gentle with yourself, and thank you for watching.